Good. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another night of high school volleyball on the Warrenton Sports Network. I'm Keith Brown, and we're coming to you live from Warrenton High School as the Warriors get set to host the Orchard Farm Eagles in a GAC North Conference matchup. It's year 2 of boys volleyball here at Warrenton, and this young program is hungry to keep building. Last season, the Warriors finished 5-17, but they made noise when it mattered, knocking off Timberland in the district playoffs and showing flashes of what this team can become. Tonight they face an Orchard Farm squad that's also looking to take a step forward. These two teams met twice last year and split the series, each taking a match. So you know there's no shortage of familiarity or competitiveness between these two teams. Both teams enter tonight at 0-1 on the season after dropping their season opener, and that only adds fuel to the fire. Someone is walking out of here with their first win of the season, and both sides are determined to be one to turn the things around. Settle in, folks. It's Orchard Farm Eagles and the Warrenton Warriors coming up next, right here on the Warrenton Sports Network. On the court, it's all about strategy, precision, and execution. Off the court, same rules apply. At Servant Heating and Air Conditioning, we bring our A game to every home and business with custom solutions, expert installs, and a reputation for getting it right the first time. We're your home court advantage for year-round comfort. Trusted across Warren County, we've got you covered. Home, business, or new construction. Servant Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort wins every time. On game day, it's all about teamwork, trust, and heart. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same spirit to every home journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, our hometown team is with you every step of the way. We believe real estate isn't just a transaction, it's a life-changing experience. That's why we stay in constant communication, deliver expert guidance, and work relentlessly to help you reach your goals. Main Street Real Estate, your home team from game day to closing day, proudly supporting Warrenton athletics. Champions aren't only made on the field or the court. At the Missouri Bank, we bring that same winning spirit to your finances. Since 1939, we've been an industry leader in community banking, combining cutting-edge technology with the hometown integrity Warren County Trust. As a valued member of our financial family, your goals come first. From fast, local loan decisions, often the same day, to online banking that lets you take care of business anytime, anywhere. We tailor our services for individuals and businesses alike. Big bank products, small town service, honest, loyal, and committed to protecting your financial future. The Missouri Bank, rooted in community, ready for tomorrow. Looking for your dream home or the perfect rental? Discover it with Hunter's Sake Investments. From charming townhomes to spacious single-family homes, we offer quality living in Warrenton and Montgomery County. Need commercial space? We've got retail and warehouse options in Jonesburg, plus the Jonesburg Party Center, ideal for showers, graduations, and more. Family owned, locally rooted, and built on trust. We treat your home like our own. Call Hunter's Sake Investments today, and let's build your future together. Hunter's Sake Investments, where Missouri finds home. For nearly 80 years, one name has kept Warrenton and Montgomery County comfortable. Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning. From Omar Schreer's first furnaces in 1946 to today's cutting-edge Daikin systems, one thing has never changed: family taking care of family. What started with one truck and a few hundred neighbors has grown into generations of local folks serving dozens of Missouri communities with the same heart, the same pride, and the same commitment to treating your home like our own. Whether it's heat, air, or total home comfort, Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning is here for you. Because around here, comfort means community. Call Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning today. It's just how we do things around here. On game day, it's all about teamwork, trust, and heart. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same spirit to every home journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, our hometown team is with you every step of the way. We believe real estate isn't just a transaction, it's a life-changing experience. That's why we stay in constant communication, deliver expert guidance, and work relentlessly to help you reach your goals. Main Street Real Estate, your home team from game day to closing day, proudly supporting Warrenton athletics and our community. All right, we're moments away from first serve here at Warrenton High School. Serving first for the Big Red, number 17, Matthew Fabian. He leads the team in serve percentage. Orchard Farm went outside there to Zane Morrison. He gets the kill for the Eagles. Morrison also gets the serve. He's the sophomore defensive specialist. Go outside the lead. He hits it through the block. Nice job there by the Warriors. Ken Lay. He's a junior. Now serving for the Big Red, Brayton Brown. He leads the team in digs this season. He's a senior. And Trenton Cohensfeld, the senior outside hitter, hits it off the Warrior block and scores the point for Orchard Farm. Ethan Estes will serve now for Orchard Farm. He's a junior setter. Nice kill there by the Warriors. Tegan Williams, he leads the team in kills. He was set up nicely by Matthew Fabian, the junior, who leads the Warriors in assist. Now serving for the Big Red, Carter Flake, a sophomore. Cohen's fell off the block, but the Warriors dig it and get it back over. Nice dig there by Brown to save that one. Tight to the net. Warriors get it. Way goes outside. Bam! Put away nicely by Tegan Williams. Good set there by Ken Lay. Warriors lead 3-2. Orchard Farm tried to go back to Cohensfeld, but he hit it just a little bit long. He had some smoke on that, but sailed it long. Good set there by their setter, Ethan Estes. Middle to Cohensfeld, dug nicely by the Big Red. They go outside back row this time, blocked by the Big Red. That's the tandem of Lucas Payne and Ken Lay on that. Payne's a sophomore. Warriors lead 5-2 here in game number one. As this goes to Cohensfeld, he tries to just dink it over and comes up short, goes into the net. Big Red on a little run here. Flake doing a good job on keeping the serves in. Orchard Farm goes outside. Blocked by the Big Red. When the announcer jinx gets Carter Flake. He had the Warriors on a big run, though. Stretched their lead out 2-5, now cut down to 4. Serving now for Orchard Farm, Andrew Rupert, senior middle hitter. Serves a floater. Warriors go outside to Williams, and he puts another one away. Great set by Fabian. Williams with another kill. Ken Lay will serve now. The junior leads the team in aces. Flat-footed serve goes to over. Free ball for the Warriors. They call two hands on that.
Side out and point for the Big Red. Lay kind of serves a knuckleball. There's no spin on that rotation on that ball at all, making it tough to return. Fabian goes outside to Williams again, and he puts it away again. Going cross court deep. That's a great place to hit it. Warriors lead 10-3. Coach Casson takes a timeout for the Eagles. We'll be right back after this.
On the court, it's all about strategy, precision, and execution. Off the court, same rules apply. At Surveyant Heating and Air Conditioning, we bring our A game to every home and business with custom solutions, expert installs, and a reputation for getting it right the first time. We're your home court advantage for year-round comfort. Trusted across Warrenton County, we've got you covered. Home, business, or new construction. Surveyant Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort wins every time.
All right, the Warriors first to 5, now first to 10. They're off to a hot start here in game number 1. They go outside to Collinsfeld. Dug by Brown. They go middle. Warriors do. That's just back to Collinsfeld. He's blocked at the net. That was Williams and Payne. Good double block there from the Big Red. Estes goes to Collinsfeld again, bumps it over. Brown goes back to Williams. Bam! Tegan Williams taking care of business. Good set there by Braden Brown, senior. Lay gets the point for the Big Red. Thanks. Justice once again goes outside to Collinsfeld, dug by Brown in the back row. Fabian dinks it over. Nobody's there from Orchard Farm, gets the point. Good placement there by Fabian. Collinsfeld puts that one away. Trenton Collinsfeld, senior outside hitter, put that one away. He gets the Eagles the point, and he gets the serve for Orchard Farm. Jump serve from Collinsfeld. Lade digs it, but it hits the rafters. Warriors are able to play it. Brown gets it over. Free ball for the Eagles. That's just going to go back set. And the Eagles are unable to convert that. Side out the point for the Big Red. Williams to serve from the middle, off the top of the net. And he gets the ace. Tight to the net, dinked over there by Zane Morrison. And the Warriors return the dink with a Braden Brown dinks it over. Orchard Farm gets it back. Fabian goes quick to the middle. And that is put away nicely there by Lucas Payne, the sophomore. Williams with another serve. Free ball for the Big Red. Payne tries to put it away. Dug there by Orchard Farm. They go outside, off the block. Lay with the dig. Back row to Williams, into the net. Side out in the point for Orchard Farm. Now serving for Orchard Farm, number 6. That is Marshall Throw, sophomore Librero. Dinked by Fabian, gets over and gets the point. Matthew Fabian doing a good job as the setter, finding the hole in the Eagles' defense. Now serving for the Warriors, Lucas Payne. Jump serve. Dug by Cohenfeld. Estes goes back road to Cohenfeld. Off the block, Lay digs. Fabian goes outside to Brown. He puts it away. Braden Brown bringing the heat. Fabian with another great assist for the Warriors. 19-5 lead for the Big Red. Payne's jump serve dug by Cohensfeld. Cohenfeld gets it over on the bump. Williams bumps it to Fabian. He goes outside to Brown. Another juicy one there from Braden Brown. Had a lot of heat on that. Fabian doing a great job getting the ball to the hitters where they can put it away. And they're going to get an ace there for Lucas Payne. Orchard Farm could not deal with that one. 21-5. Estes with the dink. Brown digs. Fabian going to go back row to Williams. He sails that just a little bit long. Side out in the point for Orchard Farm. Now serving for the Eagles, number 21, Braden Pauley, a senior right side hitter. Fabian goes quick to the middle. That was Carter Flake. Payne with the dig. Fabian's going to go outside this time to Brown. Through the double hit, or double block, Brown puts another one away. Spot on sets by Fabian, and Brown's really jumping high and putting those away. That time Orchard Farm brought the double block, bring the middle hit, blocker over, and Brown just hit right through the block. Fabian now back row serving. Flake puts that one away. A little jousting at the net. Too tight of a set from Orchard Farm. And Carter Flake puts it away. 23-6 lead now for the Warriors. 2 points away from closing game number 1 away. Morrison gets it over for the Eagles. Dug by Williams. Fabian at the net. He goes outside to Lay. A little off-speed hit over the double block. Finds the court. 24-6. 1 point now from the victory here in game number 1. Fabian goes for the ace, and he delivers. He goes deep back row. Warriors win game number 1, 25-6. We'll be back with game 2 right after this.
On game day, it's all about teamwork, trust, and heart. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same spirit to every home journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, our hometown team is with you every step of the way. We believe real estate isn't just a transaction, it's a life-changing experience. That's why we stay in constant communication, deliver expert guidance, and work relentlessly to help you reach your goals. Main Street Real Estate, your home team from game day to closing aren't only made on the field or the court. Warrenton Athletics Missouri Bank, and we bring that same winning spirit to your finances. Since 1939, we've been an industry leader in community banking, combining cutting-edge technology with the hometown integrity Warren County Trust. As a valued member of our financial family, your goals come first. From fast, local loan decisions, often the same day, to online banking that lets you take care of business anytime, anywhere. We tailor our services for individuals and businesses alike. Big bank products, small town service, honest, loyal, and committed to protecting your financial future. The Missouri Bank, rooted in community, ready for tomorrow.
So game number one, Orchard Farm jumped out to a quick 0-2 lead, but after that it was all Big Red. They would finish out that game 25-6. After some phenomenal setting from Fabian and some great kills from Braden Brown and Tegan Williams. Warriors seem to have a pattern there to going to the left side for their kills. We'll see if Coach Casson and the Eagles make an adjustment here and bring that middle blocker over to try to force the Warriors to either go down the middle or go to the right side. We were told before the game that Orchard Farm is short some of their varsity players. It is Orchard Farm's spring break, and some of their players went out of town. So they had to bring up some JV players. That's why there was no JV game prior to this game. But always the competitor, Orchard Farm is fielding a combined JV and varsity roster for this match. All right, serving first for Orchard Farm will be Zane Morrison, senior outside hitter. Jump serve from Morrison. Dug by Payne. Fabian's going to go into the middle, and they're going to get him for a throw, a lift. Yep. So just like game number one, Orchard Farm jumps out to a quick lead. Top spin heavy on that serve. Gets over. Cohensfeld tried to put it away, but Warriors were there. Brown with the kill, and he gets another one. Braden Brown remains hot here in game number two. He gets the Warriors on the board. Serving first for the Big Red will be Matthew Fabian. He leads the team in serve percentage. Cohenfeld's dig. They go outside. Morrison from the back row sails it just past the end line and the sideline. Good idea there from Morrison to go back corner, but just had a little too much heat on that one. Not enough top spin. Looks like the referees are going to just double check and make sure that was the right call. And they're going to end up turning that over and giving it to Orchard Farm. The appeal worked there. So Ethan Estes, the junior setter, will serve next for the Eagles. A floating serve sails past the end line. Warriors get the point and the serve. Braden Brown will serve next for the Big Red. Jump serve from Brown, little floater. Dug there by Rupert. They go back row to Morrison. Payne's there. Fabian goes outside right to lay. That was into the net. Side out and a point for the Eagles. Yes. Marshall Throw serving next. Eagles lead 3-2 here in game two. Brown with the dig. Fabian goes left side to Tegan Williams. They're going to call a lift on the set. So 4-2 lead for Orchard Farm here. Throw with a jump serve. Dug by Brown. Fabian goes to lay, and Ken sends it deep past the line. 4-2 lead now for Orchard Farm. Actually 5-2. throw. Serve just hits the top of the tape and falls on the Eagle side of the court. Side out and point for the Big Red. Serving next is Carter Flake. Flake sends it over. They go outside to Coensfeld. Little dink. Flake digs it. Fabian saves it. Brown gets it over on the bump. Estes goes dink. Williams is there. Fabian sets outside to Williams. He puts it away down the line. Actually, they're going to say that was out. So with a point in the side out, Trenton Coensfeld will serve next for Orchard Farm. They lead 6-3. Jump serves, sails long again from Coensfeld. He really brings the heat. Kenley serves next. He goes down the line. And I can't tell if they called that in or out. Oh, unorthodox line call. There it is. They called it in. I'm sorry, out. Serving next for Orchard Farm will be Andrew Rupert. Rupert from the middle, dug by Brown. Fabian goes outside to Williams, and they're going to call a lift again. Seem to be cracking down on that a little bit more here in game number 2. 8-4 lead. That's the largest lead of both games for Orchard Farm. Service from Orchard Farm. Fabian goes quick to the middle. Payne tries to go quick, but it hits the top of the tape and falls on Orchard Farm's side of the tape. Oh, excuse me, it falls on Warriors' side of the tape. So 9-4 lead for Orchard Farm, and Coach Brown's going to call a timeout. We'll take a quick commercial break right here on the Warrenton Sports Network.
Looking for your dream home or the perfect rental? Discover it with Hunter's Sake Investments. From charming townhomes to spacious single-family homes, we offer quality living in Warrenton and Montgomery County. Need commercial space? We've got retail and warehouse options in Jonesburg, plus the Jonesburg Party Center, ideal for showers, graduations, and more. Family-owned, locally rooted, and built on trust. We treat your home like our own. Call Hunter's Sake Investments today, and let's build your future together. Hunter's Sake Investments, where Missouri finds home.
So the adjustment by Coach Casson seems to be making a little bit of difference here in game number 2 for Orchard Farm. Coach Brown calls timeout, see if he can't have the same results with his TO. Fabian goes outside to Williams. Thunderous hit, but it sails long. Rupert with a standing serve. That's going to come up short into the net. Side out in the point for the Big Red. They need to get a little momentum going here. Orchard Farm was the first to 5 and the first to 10. Of course, we played at 25. But those are some key milestones along the way. Williams, a bullet of a serve, real flat. Coensfeld from the back row, dug by Flake. Warriors go outside to Brown. He cuts it down the line of the net with a little top spin. And that finds the court on Orchard Farm side, point for the Big Red. Nice shot there from the senior, Braden Brown. An ace for Tegan Williams. He serves kind of a short line drive serve with very little spin. It's kind of knuckles once it gets over the net. Doesn't allow the defense much time to get under it. That time you put a little more air under it, and it sailed just a little bit long. Warriors now trail by 4. Serving for the Eagles, number 21, Brady Pauley. Floating serve, dug by Flake. Fabian bumps. Brown with the two-handed kill. And the Eagles do a nice job at blocked and dug by the Warriors. Brown dinks it over. Back row to Coensfeld off the double block. Fabian with the dig. Brown top spin is over. And that's going to be a point for the Big Red. Braden Brown being creative there. kind of jumped in the air and had to make up his mind what he was going to do in midair, and he did a great job of putting a lot of topspin on that shot. So once it hit the top of the tape, it was very difficult for the Eagles to recover. All right, Payne set to serve now for the Big Red. Jump serve, and the Eagles cannot handle it. Great serve by Payne. The sophomore narrows the lead to 2. The jump serve from Payne, almost an ace, dug nicely there by Rupert. Fabian goes outside to Brown again. That one sails wide. Now serving for the Warriors, Zane Morrison. Top spin serve gets over. Fabian goes back row to Williams. He rifles one, but that's dug nicely by Morrison. Free ball for the Warriors. Williams with the bump. Fabian goes back to Williams, and he puts it into the nets. Not really time to get those puppies set in the back row after he dug. He dug it, and then he had to backpedal and then go up and try to put it away, and it's just asking a little bit much there of Williams. Payne with a nice dig in the back row. Fabian goes back to Brown. He puts one in the way. Very sharp shot by Braden Brown. Fabian now serving for the Big Red. Trailing by 3 here in game number 2. A little floater, top spin, dug by Rupert. Estes goes outside to Coensfeld. He just puts it straight down. Ball was a little bit over the net, and all he had to do is just kind of tap it straight down off the block. Side out and a point for the Eagles. Estes serving now. Jump serve, moonshot. Fabian goes back to Brown. They're going to call a lift on the set again. Like to see him trying something new there, going a back set, but just couldn't execute it. 5-point lead for the Eagles, 15-10. They're first to 15. Williams the dig. Fabian dinks it over, and the thing stood on top of the net for a second and tumbled over. This time Fabian back sets to Brown. Brown goes cross court. Sailed wide. I was wondering if the block didn't get it, but I guess they're saying it did not. All right, 6-point lead, largest for the Eagles. Williams with the dig. Fabian with the dink. Estes goes back to Rupert. Williams with the dig. Outside to Brown. Uses 2 hands. Dug there by the Eagles. Rupert with another kill. Fabian goes outside this time to lay. Top spin, but it does not find the back row. Sails long. 7-point lead now for the Eagles. Williams digs, but it goes over. Free ball for the Eagles. They go outside to Coensfeld. Dug by Payne. Fabian missed the set. Point for the Eagles. Warrenton going to take another timeout. Coach Brown was talking to one of the referees during that timeout. Coach Schulte doing a good job of coaching the team up during that timeout. The Warriors get on a roll like they did in game number 1. They can definitely come back from this deficit. Williams bump goes into the net. Another point for the Eagles. It's like the Warriors are just not trusting themselves at this point in the game. Williams with the set, or bump, excuse me. They go outside to Brown. He's blocked by Cohensfeld. Nice block there by the senior outside hitter. Still serving for the Eagles, Ethan Estes. Lay with the bump. Fabian gets called for the double hit again. Or the lift, excuse me. The lift. Eagles first to 20. They now have 21. Floater goes just long. Side out and a point for the Big Red. They trail by 10. Braden Brown's going to serve first, trying to lead the comeback here. Estes goes to the middle to Cohensfeld. Brown with a good dig. Estes goes back set to Cohensfeld. Top spin. Sit. Tegan Williams with a murderous hit. Oh, my goodness. That one thundered through the gym. Nice hit by Tegan Williams. He leads the team in kills. Tight to the net, and Orchard Farms not able to dig it out of the net. 2 points now for the Warriors. Brown's leading the comeback. He was a great defenseman for the Warriors soccer team this season. All right, Estes is going to go back row, and Morrison sends it deep. When you trail by this many, you just got to focus on the next point. You can't look at the big number, 7 or 10, whatever it is. Just take it 1 point at a time and believe that you can get the next point. Eagles go to Cohensfeld, and he rockets one off the double block there of Flake and Williams. Cohensfeld certainly seems to be their top hitter for Orchard Farm. All right, throw serving now for the Eagles. His jump serve, floater. Williams with the dig. Fabian goes to Williams. Goes back corner, but it's dug there by Morrison. Cohensfeld with a shot. And they're going to call that one in. Always a good idea to go cross court, back corner. That gives you the most margin for error on a hit. Same as in tennis. When you go cross court, you've got a greater margin of error on your hit. All right, Brown with the dig. Fabian goes outside to Williams. And they're going to say that sailed wide. All right, 1 point away from victory here for the Eagles. 24-14, back to a 10-point lead. Brown with a dig. Fabian with a dink. Orchard Farms. Cohensfeld was ready for it. And Orchard Farm gets the win. They win 14-25 here in game number 2. We're tied up 1 game apiece. If you're new to volleyball, it takes the best first team to win 3. Wins the match. You're watching the Warrenton Sports Network.
For nearly 80 years, one name has kept Warrenton and Montgomery County comfortable. Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning. From Omar Schreer's first furnaces in 1946 to today's cutting-edge Daikin systems, one thing has never changed: family taking care of family. What started with 1 truck and a few hundred neighbors has grown into generations of local folks serving dozens of Missouri communities with the same heart, the same pride, and the same commitment to treating your home like our own. Whether it's heat, air, or total home comfort, Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning is here for you. Because around here, comfort means community. Call Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning today. It's just how we do things around here.
So game number 2 was taken by Orchard Farm, 25-14. They definitely improved in game number 2 with their serving, and they seem to have more of a focus of getting the ball to their big outside hitter, Trenton Conesville, the senior, had a plethora of kills in that game. See if the Warriors don't bring the double block to try to slow down Conesville. So in Orchard Farm's first game of the year, they lost to Fort Zumwalt East 25-22, 25-18, and 25-21. Whereas the Warriors lost to Timberland High School 25-12, 25-18, and 25-22. I think Timberland had a little revenge on their mind in that match, as THS lost to the Big Red last year in the district playoffs. And that was a little bit of an upset since Timberland has had a program much longer than the Warriors. But the one thing I did like to see from the Warriors in that loss to Timberland this year is that each game they got a little closer to that 25 mark. So we had 12 in the first game, 18 in the second, and then 22 in the third. So they were showed improvement in their 3 games against Timberland. All right, looks like the referees have checked the lineups and everything's okay. Serving first for the Big Red, Matthew Fabian. Well, jump serve from Fabian. Conesville gets that just before it hits the floor. Off the block, and the Warriors cannot recover. Zane Morrison gets the kill on that. The Eagles start out scoring first, just like they did in the first 2 games. Not only does Morrison get the kill, but he gets to serve. He leads off. Top spin, serve, goes for an ace. Jump serve, Williams digs. Fabian goes outside to lay, and it goes into the net. 3-0 lead now for the Eagles. Williams is the bump. Fabian goes back set to Brown, and he's blocked at the net by Coensfeld. Orchard Farm seems to be much quicker at the net in these second and third games than they were in game number 1. They're on their toes. Quick blocks from them. Payne with the dig. Fabian goes back row to Williams. His top spin hit. Nicely done. And throw gets it over for the Eagles, but it sails wide of the courts. Good hustle from Orchard Farm to get that over the net. Just went a little bit wide. Braden Brown to serve next for the Big Red. They trail 4-1 here in game number 3. Jump serve from Brown. This goes back row for the set, and that didn't make it over the net. Point for the Big Red. In game number 2, Brown brought the Warriors back a little bit late in the match, and he starts off serving hot here in game number 3. They go outside to Conesville, top spin shot, dug by Brown. Fabian in tight, gets it over, and they're going to call a lift again. No, this time they call 2 hits. All right, Estes with the serve for Orchard Farm, and he finds himself an ace. Payne tried to pancake it before he got to the floor, but didn't get there in time. Payne with the dig. Fabian goes back set to Lay. His top spin. And they're going to call, I'm guessing a lift, or maybe, I didn't see what the referees called. They do that sometimes a little too quickly. But point two, Orchard Farm. They lead 7-2. Floating serve, dug by Williams. Fabian goes outside to Williams, and that goes into the net. A2 lead for Orchard Farm. Payne with the dig. Williams goes outside to Lay. He gets it over. Estes tries to dink it. Warriors are there. They go outside to Lay. He punches it over. Estes going to go outside to Cohensfeld. And he nicely puts it away. Right-handed kill. Ball was a little bit behind him on the set, but he just kind of adjusted and took a little bit off of that hit kill. And his placement was superb. 7-point lead now for Orchard Farm. Serve goes into the net. Side out and a point for the Big Red. Carter Flake now. Warriors trail by 6. He served well in game number 1. Estes goes back row to Cohensfeld. Brown's there to dig him. Fabian goes to Williams on the outside, goes down the line and puts it away. A little off-speed hit from Tegan Williams. Showing he could do a little bit more than just rifle away. Like to see that off-speed hit there. Estes goes right side, into Rupert into the double block. He digs it, but goes into the net, and the rest of the Eagles teams weren't able to get it out of the net. Actually, that was Morrison, not Rupert. Warriors trim the lead to 4 now behind the hot serving of Flake. Another tough one for the Eagles to handle. They free ball for the Big Red. Brown bumps it. Williams goes down the line again to the off-speed hit. That's 2 times in a row. Orchard Farm's going to have to make an adjustment. Hot serving there from Carter Flake has the Big Red back into this game. Coach Casson off the bench there. Giving a little guidance there on how to handle that off-speed hit there from Williams. Estes goes quick to the middle, and he finds himself with another point. Cohensfeld does. Marshall throws, serving now for the Eagles. Lay with the dig. Fabian does a great job hustling to save it, and Payne puts it away. Lucas Payne coming up big for the Big Red at the right time there. Warriors have got it to within 3 here, showing little signs of life. Lay goes to throw, and they have trouble between the passing there, and Warriors get the point. Eagles having a little tough time there handling the serve. See if Lay can't deliver another one here. Eagles go outside to Cohensfeld. Dug there by Flake, but it sends it past the back line. Well, they're going to get somebody into the net, I believe. Hold on a second here. Once again, referees making some signals quickly. I guess they got the Warriors into the net. So, point to the Eagles. Jump serve from Cohensfeld. Dug by Lay. Fabian bumps it. Brown gets it over. Free ball for the Eagles. Cohensfeld gets it to Estes. Goes outside. Morrison finds the hole in the back row of the Warriors defense. They were creeping in. And Morrison went back row to get the point. Jump serve, dug by Flake. Free ball for the Eagles. Throw bumps it, goes middle to Cohensfeld, and the Warriors were really not ready for that. Kind of got caught flat-footed, and it's a good point for the Eagles. Back to a 5-point lead. Off the top of the tape, Flake does a good job of digging it. Go outside to Williams. That's just going to go back row to Cohensfeld again. Dug by Lay. Fabian bumps it to the left side to Williams. He goes back row. Eagles dig that. And Morrison sends it down the line, but sends it deep. That ball's going to be called outside out in the point for the Big Red. All right, Tegan Williams now serving for the Warriors. Trail by 4 here. Cohenfeld has trouble with the serve. Morrison saves it. Cohenfeld gets it over. Williams with the bump. Fabian's going to go outside to Brown. His topspin not there. Oh, Fabian has a little trouble on the receiving of that, and point for the Eagles. All right, now serving for the Eagles, Andrew Rupert, senior middle hitter. Lay with a good dig on him. Fabian goes outside to Brown. He goes cross court but sends it wide. Outside once again to Brown into the net on his kill shot. 16-9 lead now for the Eagles. Looks like we lost the scoreboard. I'll try to get that back for you real quickly here. (17-9) now for Orchard Farm leads, and Coach Brown's going to call a timeout for the Big Red, try to get the troops back into the game.
On the court, it's all about strategy, precision, and execution. Off the court, same rules apply. At Surveyant Heating and Air Conditioning, we bring our A game to every home and business with custom solutions, expert installs, and a reputation for getting it right the first time. We're your home court advantage for year-round comfort. Trusted across Warrenton County, we've got you covered. Home, business, or new construction. Surveyant Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort wins every time.
All right, serving for the Eagles, Andrew Rupert. Eagles up by 8. Floater. Warriors get it over. Free ball for Warrenton. Flake bumps it. Fabian goes outside to Brown. He skies off the block. Ball gets back over. Payne digs. Fabian goes back row time to Williams. He really murders that ball, but it gets over. Brown puts it away. Like a big, fat, juicy meatball at the net. Brown just jumps straight up, showing great athleticism, and put that away with a beautiful right-handed kill shot. 10 points for the Big Red. They trail by 7. Payne now serving for the Warriors. His jump serve off the top of the tape. Throw can't dig it. Point for the Big Red. 1 point at a time. You got to believe that you're going to get the next point, and then the next point after that. Payne, dug by Cohensfeld. Estes goes outside. Morrison off the block. And the ball goes into the bleachers. Point for the Eagles with the side out. Brady Pauley serving next for Orchard Farm. Senior right side hitter. Sky is a serve up. Lay digs it. Fabian bumps it. Brown from the outside. Dug by Coensville. A little bump by Estes. He finds the hole in the defense of the Big Red. Nice placement there by Ethan Estes, the junior setter. A serve sails wide, side out and a point for the Warriors. Warriors back to Fabian serving. Jump serve. Gets over off the tape and finds the court. Rupert tried to dig it, and it went into the net and off the floor real quickly. A little heater there from Fabian on the serve. That time a floater. Dig was too close to the net, and Carter Flake puts it down. Cohenfeld in tight, and they're going to get Flake into the net there. Looked like he could do something with that ball, but Estes does a real good job of getting it away from the net quickly, and Flake hand went into the net there. All right, Morrison serving now for the Eagles. Top spin goes off of Williams' hands and out of play. Good serve there by Zane Morrison. Top spin serve dug by Williams. Fabian at the net. Sets goes to Lay. He gets it over. Warriors Brown digs it out of the net. They go outside to Lay again. Throw with the dig. Estes sets to Coensfeld. He dinks it over, but Lay's there. But Cohenfeld gets it when it's tight to the net. But they're going to call Coensfeld into the net. So side out and a point. Just a point for the Big Red. No, it is side out. That's what I thought. 15-21. Well, Big Red got to go now. They trail by 6 late here in the red zone, late in the game. Side out and a point for the Eagles. 22-15. 3 points away from taking game number 3. Floater there, sails past the end line. Flake serving next for the Warriors. Serves a line drive to the back row, and he gets an ace. Good placement there by Carter Flake. That one's going to sail a little bit long. Got underneath that one. Eagles now 2 points away from closing out game number 3. Marshall throw serves next. His floater's dug by Brown. Close to the net. Fabian dinks it over. Eagles going to go outside to their best hitter. Coensfeld just bloops it over. Gets the Warriors off guard and gets the point. Throw serving for the game now. And a 2-1 advantage here in this match. And it sails wide. Warriors have a new life. Trail by 6. Ken Lay now serving for the Big Red. Goes cross court. As this goes to Coensfeld. He hits it into the net. Point for the Warriors. Flat-footed serve. As this goes back set to Coensfeld. He hits it off the double block, and that hits the winner. So game number 3 goes to Orchard Farm, 19-25. They lead this match 2-1. You're watching the Warrenton Sports Network.
On game day, it's all about teamwork, trust, and heart. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same spirit to every home journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, our hometown team is with you every step of the way. We believe real estate isn't just a transaction, it's a life-changing experience. That's why we stay in constant communication, deliver expert guidance, and work relentlessly to help you reach your goals. Main Street Real Estate, your home team from game day to closing day, proudly supporting Warrenton athletics and our community. Champions aren't only made on the field or the court. At the Missouri Bank, we bring that same winning spirit to your finances. Since 1939, we've been an industry leader in community banking, combining cutting-edge technology with the hometown integrity Warren County Trust. As a valued member of our financial family, your goals come first. From fast, local loan decisions, often the same day, to online banking that lets you take care of business anytime, anywhere. We tailor our services for individuals and businesses alike. Big bank products, small town service, honest, loyal, and committed to protecting your financial future. The Missouri Bank, rooted in community, ready for tomorrow.
All right, game number 3 goes to Orchard Farm. They basically did the same strategy in game number 3 as they did in game number 2. Good serves and get the ball to Cohensfeld. Warriors struggling a little bit with passing the ball. They look to right the ship here in game number 4 with their backs against the wall. They trail 2-1. They jumped out in game number 1 to 25-6. I think it's going to be a smooth sailing for the Big Red, but then since then, Orchard Farm has really answered the bell. Time to see what the Big Red can do, turn things around here in game number 4. All right, game number 4, Orchard Farm is going to start off with the serve. And Zane Morrison will lead off for them. Williams to Fabian, back row to Williams. He sails along, dug by the Eagles, but back over. Brown with the off-speed hit, dug by Throw. Estes goes tight to the net, and another kill there by Cohensfeld. Eagles jump out to a quick 1-0 lead there. Morrison with a jump serve. Williams tries to dig, and the Warriors can't corral that serve, and hot, blistering one there from Morrison. And just like they did in each of the 3 previous games, Orchard Farm jumps out to the quick lead. Payne with a dig. Fabian with a dink. Cohenfeld's ready. Warriors try to recover, but once again the ball finds the hole in the defense. 3-0 lead for the Eagles. Williams with a dig. Fabian in tight, blocked by Cohensfeld, and they're going to give the point to the Warriors, saying that Cohensfeld was over the net. Warriors with the side out and a point. Fabian leads the way, serving first. Cohenfeld digs. Estes bumps. Back row. Morrison's there. Williams tight to the net. Cohenfeld puts it away. Warriors really struggling with their precision on their passing here in the last couple of games. Ethan Estes serves next for the Eagles. His jump serve, dug by Williams. Brown with the set. Goes to Flake, gets it over. Cohenfeld gets it over. Skate save, gets it over there from Rupert. Outside to Brown. He gets it into the net. 5-1 lead to the Eagles. Williams gets it tight to the net, but Fabian gets it over. And the Eagles hit it out of play. That's a side out and a point for the Big Red. Braden Brown serves next for the Warriors. Nope, they've reversed the call. So Coach Casson asked if that wasn't the same situation on the block and the hit over the net as earlier, and the referees have awarded Orchard Farm the point. So 6-1 lead for Orchard Farm. They're the first to 5. Quick out of the gate. Warriors need to dig in right here. Fabian goes outside the lay. He two-hands it down the line, and the Warriors get the point. Good diving try there by Ethan Estes, the junior setter, but he couldn't get there in time. Now Braden Brown serves for the Warriors. Jump serve from Brown, a little off-speed hit. Eagles have trouble passing, get caught flat-footed, and the point goes to the Warriors. Brown off the top of the tape. Rupert goes to Estes. Cohensfeld just gets it over. Lay bumps it. Outside, they go too far, but it finds the court on the Eagles' side. Luck is wearing red right now for the Warriors. Had a timely manner for that. Off-speed serve. Rupert gets it, but hits it out. I think he hit it when he was out of play as well. 5-6 lead. Eagles by 1. Brown's got the Warriors rolling again. They go outside. Rupert puts it away, but Brown's there in tight. Cohenfeld two-hands it straight down. So good serving there by Braden Brown to get the Big Red back into the contest here. They need to take that little momentum right here and turn it around. Marshall Throw, the sophomore, serves for the Eagles. Williams goes to Fabian, outside to Williams, and here he brought the thunder stick. Tegan Williams showing why he leads the team in kills. Tegan was also a very good soccer player for the Big Red this year. All right, Warriors trail by 1. Carter Flake serving. He goes straight down the line with a line drive, and it is. They rule it in or out? They ruled it out. Boy, that was close. So Trenton Cohensfeld serves next for Orchard Farm, up by 2. His jump serve, dug by Williams. Fabian goes quick to the middle. Payne, dug by Cohensfeld. They go outside to Williams. He brings the thunder again, but throws there. Estes to Morrison. This time Fabian to Payne. He hits it just long. Cohensfeld's another chance for his hard-hitting jump serve. Brown's there to dig it. Fabian bumps it. Williams off-speed hit down the line, but it goes out. He found the hole in the defense, but it was just out of bounds past the sideline. 4-point lead for Orchard Farm. Brown with the dig. Good pass. Payne puts it away after a nice tight set to the middle. I like to see the Warriors using the middle here. When you open up the middle, it's kind of like a post player in basketball. That opens up the outside shooting in basketball, and you hit the middle in volleyball. It takes away the double block on the outside. Opens up the rest of the court. Lay serves it. Estes goes back to Morrison. Flake with a dig. Williams sets it outside. Fabian topspin shot, roll shot, dug there by the Eagles. They go outside. Williams goes back to Fabian. He is blocked at the net by Morrison to get the point for the Eagles. Good little rally there from both squads. Eagles come out on top on that one. Rupert, the flat-footed serve. Flake with a dig. Fabian goes to Williams. He bumps it over. Tights the net. Estes does. He thinks it over. Brown bumps it over. Free ball for the Eagles. Estes goes outside. And once again, the hole in the defense right in the middle for the Warriors. They're struggling with that here. Zane Morrison puts that away. Floating serve, Lay digs, and that's going to be an ace there for Andrew Rupert. Warrenton's going to take a timeout. You're watching the Warrenton Sports Network.
For nearly 80 years, one name has kept Warrenton and Montgomery County comfortable. Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning. From Omar Schreer's first furnaces in 1946 to today's cutting-edge Daikin systems, one thing has never changed: family taking care of family. What started with one truck and a few hundred neighbors has grown into generations of local folks serving dozens of Missouri communities with the same heart, the same pride, and the same commitment to treating your home like our own. Whether it's heat, air, or total home comfort, Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning is here for you. Because around here, comfort means community. Call Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning today. It's just how we do things around here.
All right, Coach Brown, call the timeout, trying to stop the momentum swing here from the Eagles. Take a little air out of their momentum. Biggest lead of the game, number 4 here for Orchard Farm. They're up by 6. Floating serve, dug by Brown. Fabian bumps it to Williams. His top spin shot finds the net. Rupert serve, dug by Flake, excuse me. Williams the off-speed hit, and he finds the hole in the Orchard Farm defense. Williams has had a lot of success with that off-speed hit since game number 1. All right, Williams serving now. And that serve goes into the net. Side out in the point for Orchard Farm. Now serving for Orchard Farm is number 21, Braden Pauley. Williams digs. Fabian goes outside to Brown. Dug by the Eagles. Estes looked like he was over the line, but no call. Fabian quick to the middle. Payne puts it away, but dug there by Rupert. Fabian goes outside to Brown. Roll shot, dug by Rupert. Estes gets it over. Fabian goes quick to the middle. Payne thunders that down. Lucas Payne's been a big hitter from the middle position tonight. He gets the serve down for the Warriors. Jump serve from Payne. Rupert digs. They go outside to Morrison. Two hands, gets it over. Trouble with the passing. Payne gets it over. Free ball for the Eagles. Estes sets. Goes to Morrison. And his top spin finds the middle of the Warriors' defense again. (16-9) lead now for Orchard Farm. Serving for the Eagles, Zane Morrison. His jump serve, dug by Williams. Fabian goes outside to Brown. In rhythm. He puts that. Oh. They called that out. Sorry, hard to see from all the way up here, but that looked pretty good. (17-9) lead now for Orchard Farm. And Rupert finds himself another ace. Actually, that's Brady Pauley for the ace. Correction once again. That was Morrison with the ace. We'll get it right. Zane Morrison, senior outside hitter with the ace. 9-point lead, and Morrison hits that one wide to the left of the court. Side out and a point for the Big Red. They trail by 8. Getting late in game number 4. Big Red got to dig in here and get some points. Can't go 1 for 1 at this point in the match. Need to score in some bundles. And Fabian starts the Big Red off on the right foot in that endeavor. He gets the ace. A little off-speed hit there from him. He'd been bringing the heat with the serves and took a little bit off that, and that little floater caught him off guard. That one's tight to the net. Brown puts it away. Good job of Braden Brown being on his toes, ready for that ball, and put it away when it was passed too close to the net. Warriors need points in a bunches. They've got 2. They'll take more. Tight to the net. Estes gets it outside to Cohensfeld. He's dug by Williams, but it goes out of play. Estes serves now for the Eagles. The junior setter hits it into the net. Side out and a point for the Big Red. One of the hotter servers for the Big Red right now, Braden Brown. He's been hot tonight. He gets to serve next for the Warriors. His jump serve is over. Cohensfeld to Estes. Quick to the middle. And Cohensfeld puts that one away. Marshall throws serving now for Orchard Farm. They're up 20-13. They're the first 2-20. Payne with a dig. Fabian goes to lay his roll shot. Dug there by the Eagles. Estes goes to the middle. Morrison's dug by Williams. Fabian goes outside to Williams. He thunders one, but it sails long. Payne with the dig. Fabian quick to flake in the middle. That works well. That's really been a positive point for the Big Red tonight was serving for spiking, killing the ball from the middle position. That's been a positive for the Big Red tonight. All right, Carter Flake serving now for the Warriors. And ball goes into the net, side out and a point for the Eagles. Cohensfeld will serve for Orchard Farm. His jump serve sails long, side out and a point for the Warriors. Warriors trail by 7, 22-15. They can only give away 3 more points. Got to get on a roll. As this goes to the middle. And the Eagles, Brady Pauley got it over the first time, but unfortunately the second time his hand got caught in the net. That's going to be a point for the Big Red. As this goes to Morrison, he gets it over. Williams back to Fabian, back to Williams. And he hits it into the double block, onto the floor on the Eagle side of the court. Point for the Big Red. Nice hit there by Tegan Williams. He did that well tonight in game number 1 as well. Eagles have trouble with the serves. Point for Warrenton. And Coach Caston's going to take a timeout. You're watching the Warrenton Sports Network.
On game day, it's all about teamwork, trust, and heart. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same spirit to every home journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, our hometown team is with you every step of the way. We believe real estate isn't just a transaction, it's a life-changing experience. That's why we stay in constant communication, deliver expert guidance, and work relentlessly to help you reach your goals. Main Street Real Estate, your home team from game day to closing day, proudly supporting Warrenton athletics and our community.
All right, Momentum is currently wearing a red jersey. Warriors are hot. Coach Caston called timeout, trying to cool them down a little bit. Ken Lay's been the hot server. Can he keep it going? Goes back corner. This goes back row to Cohensfeld. But a little off-kilter pass, and the Warriors get another point. As this goes to the right side, and Rupert's kill shot finds the net. Tried to hit a little off-speed shot, finds the net. Ken Lay's got the Warriors going. Trail by 2. Bullet serve to Cohensfeld. Estes goes back row to Cohensfeld. He puts it away. Smart play there by Estes to get it to the best hitter on the team, Trenton Cohensfeld. At a crucial time in the game, 3-point lead for the Eagles. Serve goes into the net, side out, and a point for Warrenton. Tegan Williams serves next for the Big Red. Cohensfeld bumps it. Estes goes outside. Miscommunication between the Eagles. Warriors have trimmed this to a 1-point lead for the Eagles. Warrenton trailed by 9, but they have not quit on themselves tonight. Look to take the lead here, and an ace from Tegan Williams ties it up. What a comeback by the Big Red. Williams, another tough serve and another point. Warriors have a 1-point lead with a game point right here. Estes is going to go back row to Cohensfeld. Fabian digs. Flake bumps. Payne bumps it over. Cohenfeld goes tight to the net. Estes goes outside. Morrison dinked it, but leg was there. But his shot sails wide of the court. Side out and a point for Orchard Farm. It's all tied up 24-24. We got a nail biter here. Serving next, Brady Pauly for the Eagles. Dug by Lay. Fabian goes outside to Brown. Dug by Cohensfeld. Estes goes outside to Morrison off the block. Williams is there. Fabian dinks it over, but it's dug by Morrison. Estes gets it over, lays there. Fabian goes quick to the middle. Payne is dug by Cohensfeld. Estes is going to go back row to Cohensfeld. He hits it into the net. Side out and point for the Big Red. A little back and forth here now. Crowds come alive, 25-24. Payne serves for the Warriors. Off the top of the tape, Cohensfeld's there. Fabian gets it. Estes goes outside to Morrison. Dug by Payne into the rafters and finds the court. Orchard Farm point. You're allowed to play it on your side if it goes into the rafters, but once that one found the floor, it was no good. So 25-25. Zane Morrison serving for the Eagles. His jump serve dug by Williams. Fabian gets it outside to Brown. His roll shot dug by Rupert. Fabian goes outside to Brown again. Dug by Morrison. Cohensfeld into the double block. Flake puts that away. Oh, and it sails just long. So Carter Flake did a great job of blocking Cohensfeld. Got the ball back on the recycle, and he jumped up and just sailed it a little bit long. Game point here. Chance for Orchard Farm to put it away. Williams with the dig. Fabian goes outside to Brown. He's dug by Morrison. They go outside to Cohensfeld. He dinks it. Payne's there. Hits it into the net, and that's going to clinch the victory for Orchard Farm. They win 25-27, but not before your Big Red showed a lot of heart in battling back from a 9-point deficit to take the lead, but they just couldn't close out the high-flying, hot-hitting Orchard Farm Eagles tonight. Stay tuned for the post-game show. That's coming up in just 1 second. So welcome in, folks, to the Warrenton Sports Network post-game show. Once again, the final score is Orchard Farm taking 3 out of the 4 games. They win the match 3-1. With the win, Orchard Farm goes to 1-1 on the season, and Warrenton's record now is 0-2. Let's take a look at the star for each team. For the star for the Warrenton Warriors, we're going to give it to Braden Brown. He was a force for the Warriors, not only at the net, but he did a great job digging and passing the ball as well, and he also got the team on a roll, serving several times throughout several games tonight. So he's the star of the game for the Warrenton Warriors. And the star of the game for the Orchard Farm Eagles goes to Trenton Cohensfeld. He was a big hitter for the Eagles. Every time he got the ball at the net, he was putting it away with thunderous heat throughout the game, and even when he was in the back row, Ethan Estes did a good job setting him in the back row, and he was just killing it left and right all night for the Eagles. Looking ahead, Orchard Farm's next game will be tomorrow, Friday, March 27th, when they'll play a away match at Fort Zumwalt North, while the Big Red volleyball team will take the court next Tuesday, March 31st, in a home match versus North Point. And that game will be live streamed right here on the Warrenton Sports Network. Our next live stream on the Warrenton Sports Network will be on Monday, March 30th, when the baseball team will battle the Union Wildcats. Once again, the final score was Orchard Farm winning 3-1 over Warrenton. For our crew, our sponsors, and the entire Warrenton community, this is Keith Brown saying thanks for spending part of your night with us. We'll see you next time on the Warrenton Sports Network, your home for hometown sports. Let's go Big Red.